move on to step 26, and this is filling the shock oil. And I did one as a practice just to see, but it's quite simple. So you take your shock, you fill it up to the fill line, and there's a fill line inside, and it's, I don't know if the camera's going to pick it out. Let's see if it can pick it out. Let's see if I can. I'll point it out, and if it finds it, it finds it. So just below the threads, there's a line. Okay, so fill it with oil all the way up to the fill line, which is there. There we go. So now we got our shock oil in. This is where you're going to need paper towel, because the next bit you need to do is going to involve the shock oil coming out. So take your piston, and this is our rear shock. Take your piston, pop it into the top of the shock, or actually the bottom of the shock, I should say, and start screwing that through. And as you screw that through, just get it down to almost as if it's almost there, and you can just start to see the oil seeping out. I don't know if you can just see that, just start seeping out. So then what it says here is you push the piston down to expel any surplus oil. Okay, so as you got to this point here, push this down, and I suggest you push it down gently all the way down, capture the surplus oil, and do the cap up so it's captured. Then it's a case of mopping up the excess oil, okay, and then it'll be a case of just tightening the shock body. So you can use the little spanner if you want to, pop that in the bottom, and then take the little tightening ring and you line that up so that the flats are aligned with the flats on the side of the collar, and you basically pop that in. Once you've got it in, give it a twist. There we go, that's done. There we are, that's your rear shock done. And again, use your paper towel, and in my case I might need to use another one because it's a bit saturated. There we are, and you should have a nice moving shock. Yeah, I think I'm going to use a new one. it's a bit silicone-y. There we are. There we go. I've got to do that for the rest of the shocks. So there we are. That's the rear. I've now got to do that for the fronts. Same procedure. So I'm not going to bore you doing it 4 times. I'm just going to show you the 4 shocks when they're finished. And there we have it. That's our step 25 completed. We've got our nice front shocks, nice and smooth, no noises on those, and they're pretty good. And we got our rear ones as well, which are nice and smooth. Yeah, perfect. All right. Yeah, lovely. All we've got to do now, wash your fingers down and move on to the next step. Very straightforward, that one, 26.